Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. In today's episode, we are diving into the land of social skills, and I'm going to be talking about being a gracious guest. I'm sure you've heard of the phrase being a gracious host. This is when someone is coming to your city, and it is your duty to make sure that they have a good time. You want to try to say, hey, stay over at my place. Every now and then when they are ordering food, you pay for their food and you take them to unique spots in your location. That is what is being called a good host. But you know something that people don't talk about enough? Being a gracious guest. There are guys that don't necessarily understand what it takes to be a good host. They somewhat take the host for granted, and afterwards they're like, I had an okay time, not knowing that the host had to reorder their life to make sure that this guest has a good time. I remember a long time ago, there was this one family that came from Boston to Florida, and my family, we were taking this family out to Universal Studios. And I kid you not, one of the kids, he was such a whiner. He did not want to go to Universal Studios for whatever reason, and he was just complaining the entire time. I thought, dude, shut up. People from all around the planet are coming to Orlando to visit Universal Studios. We're taking you here. At least be somewhat enthusiastic. But he wasn't. He was whining away. He pretty much ruined the entire Universal Studios trip for me. But what he really liked to do, and this is kind of weird, was he liked to be in the hotel and he liked to watch YouTube videos with me and my brother. I thought, dude, this is not the purpose of the trip. We're in the hotel simply to be at Universal Studios, and you're over here having more fun at the hotel than Universal Studios. And this guy would just whine a lot unless he was in the hotel. Once the trip was done, he was like, Armani, I kid you not, this is the best trip I ever had. I thought, wait, really? He said, yes, this was such a good moment for me to bond with you and your brother. We had such a blast, didn't we? I thought, you may have had a blast, but I did not like hosting you at all. And that's when I realized that words matter when being a gracious guest. You want to make it seem as though the host is going above and beyond throughout the entire experience. Now, granted, every now and then you're going to be doing certain activities that the host has predetermined for you that you don't find entertaining. For certain activities, it's okay not to be too enthusiastic. But for the most part, when a host is taking you to a place like Universal Studios, every now and then when they're covering your meal, when they're offering for you to stay over at their place, you want to go above and beyond with your words. You want to say, I don't know who designed this place that you live in, but it looks so aesthetic. I love it. This meal that you just bought for me, it tastes so good. McDonald's, you say? Wow, I never knew McDonald's tasted so good. And this place that you're taking me to, I love the scenery. You want to flatter them just a little bit because the host will now enjoy hosting you. Because the host, there's a lot of pressure that they feel. They wonder, are you going to have a good time with the itinerary that they built for you? And if you're here just whining away, it doesn't matter if you're having a good time. If your words don't match your internal state, then the host is simply going to go by your words. The host will say, he didn't have a good time, I failed. In the future, when you're coming back to this person's city or state, they're going to say, I don't really know if I want to host him this time. How about you go ahead and get a hotel? Because last time I spent a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy on you, and you simply weren't grateful. So to be a gracious guest, you want to make sure you're not whining too much. There's a time and place to whine, but whenever you're doing it near the person who's hosting you in their city, you're going to hurt their self-esteem. And in the future, they're going to resent you and they are not going to want to host you the next time that you come to their location. So if you learned a thing or two about social skills today, be sure to hit that like for me right on below so you're consistently recommended my videos. hit subscribe, hit that bell notification, and never miss another episode again. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will catch you next time.